sorry I'm a few minutes late. It wouldn't be me though if I wasn't. How's that? I'm sitting here wondering, like, when was the last time I went live? It feels like forever ago. I didn't even look yet. Let me check on the channel because it feels like it's been a week or more. So we have streamed 5 days ago. Okay. Yep. And then 7 days ago. So I streamed twice in the past 7 days and once 5 days ago. Okay. Yeah, that sounds about right. How is everyone? And shit, I forgot my glasses. 1 second. Okay. So who do we have here? I might have to turn this up a little bit. And I don't know why I'm so bright today, but it's crazy. I can't get shit to calm down. Hey Reagan, Javaman. Hey, what's up, Megan? Sue Elliott. Eliar. Joanne, hey. Tiffany Huff. Laura. Autistic Shill, what's up? And hi, Steffi. Kentucky Girl. Sassy Nuz, what's up? And it just jumped on me, so I have no idea. Mrs. Cassandra, Chronically B, Queen B. Olivia, Feeling Kind of Breezy, Speculation and Defamation. Oh, still John. I see. I see what you did there. And I think I'm caught up there. Okay, cool. All right, so if you looked at the channel at all, you see that I uploaded 2 videos. Well, it's all together. It's one commentary video. It's just broken up into 2 parts regarding one of the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp recordings. I have 2 more coming out. They're already uploaded. I just have to make a thumbnail for them and then just publish them. Really, I'm commentating 2 other things regarding the Depp versus and Heard case. There, one is the deposition she gave in 2016, and another is her Women's March speech. There's another recording too I'm going to be doing. I might do tonight or tomorrow. I don't know. So I'm fascinated with the Johnny Depp and Amanda Heard shit. I never really paid attention or followed it or got into it before. I didn't even make enough. Wow, I'm fascinated with shit. For real. The fact that she was able to cause anyone to believe her is that's a mystery by itself. And then to be so successful at getting so many people to believe her, that's insane to me. I don't get it, but whatever. Hey, just saying. Hey, always grateful. So yeah, this one I'm planning on putting out. But for tonight, I wanted to catch up on some Katie shit. So, because I haven't really been paying attention, but I did check out today a couple of her posts, and I thought, I think I need to play a little catch up here. So, hey, Annette. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and jump on over and pull up her Instagram. And here I'm going to be all bright again because now I got the white screen on me. But I can't turn it down too much because then I can't see. I can't read. Reading's kind of important, apparently. Wait, what am I doing? I'm going to do that. Okay. Let me refresh this. Are you going into the bedroom? I would love it if you could get my glasses for me. Pretty please. Tina, you're a pain in my ass. Literally, I heard from her not once today, and I start streaming, and she's messaged me twice. Yay. I'm going to be able to read. Hey, Claire. Okay, so now Katie's Instagram here. Now, I didn't even realize any of this, but apparently the court paper or the what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, the court filings or whatever, the court paperwork. I don't know what the hell, whatever. The court documents, that's what I'm looking for. That was just was it unsealed or whatever in regard to the the damages lawsuit. I think that a couple of the Duggar girls brought against one of the municipalities or the municipality involved in allegedly helping aid to the release of the police report regarding Josh Duggar, right? I think I got that right. Anyway, so yeah, apparently some of these documents had become unsealed, and Katie, naturally got her hands on them and threw them out there. Now you see, and like a lot of this is already public record, and the girls were on Megyn Kelly, and like they've been these documents, or not these documents, but the report has been reported on by, what was it? I forget the name of the tabloid now. Was it In Touch? I think In Touch Weekly. So I mean, yeah, they've been around for a while, and I get that, and I get how that's a defense, and it's a perfectly good defense in my opinion. I realize some people may not agree, and that's fair. But here's what I don't really agree with, and if she may have a right to do this. Everyone may have a right to do this, but again, I'm going to say that simply having the right to do something doesn't make it the right thing to do. And I'm looking at these posts, just like the taglines alone. It's, why are you releasing some of this information? Why are you making? I mean, yeah, sure, the court released this information. Why are you putting it front and center on the public stage? Like, you are ensuring that all those who can pretty much cause damage if they found out about these statements, that you're making sure that they do in fact find out about these statements. And sure, that's her right. She's well within her right. It's still a really shitty thing to do, in my opinion. It's kind of proof positive that she does not give a shit about what kind of harm her actions can bring about to all kinds of the whole family, like pretty much all of Josh's victims here. So, like here, Jill Dillard's views on her father from unsealed court records and sealed case. Jill didn't, from the sounds of it, Jill didn't have that many favorable things to say about her father. Well, if you know Jim Duggar is an asshole and some misogynistic dick who uses and exploits his kids, then why would you want to make sure that he was aware of this? I mean, it just seems really petty and vindictive and mean girl, and just, I want to burn the world down around me, I don't know how else to explain it. It just seems kind of fucked up to me, but that's just my opinion. Okay. I didn't have it on chat for a few minutes, and now the chat's just like playing catch up here. It's crazy how that does it. Oh, stop it, autistic. So neither you or Tina are annoying. Well, maybe Tina a little bit. I'm kidding, Tina. I'm kidding. No, you guys aren't annoying. Not at all. And that's not just because I'm afraid of Tina either, because I'm a little afraid of Tina. Like, there is one secret I've been keeping from her like the entire time I've known her, and I'm not dishing it now. I'm not ever dishing it, because I think she'd be mad. Well, she wouldn't be mad. She'd be disappointed. She'd be like, I can't believe you did that, Aaron, or whatever. And it's nothing to do with any shit like this. Just it'd be like a funny thing, but she would be disappointed nonetheless. Okay, so let me get reading one of these. I thought I was getting glasses brought to me, but I guess not. Am I? Do you have my glasses? Thank you. Okay, so they're just a little dirty. All right. I'll get back to chat here while I do, then I'll get over to Instagram. Oh man, I do. It feels like I haven't been on here streaming for like ever. I know it just said 5 days, but it just feels like longer than that. Oh, and I'm planning on something really funny too coming up, but I don't want to say more about that. But hopefully I will have a video out about it like within the next 12 hours, and it's gonna be funny. Okay, they're still kind of dirty. All right, I can see though a little bit better. So okay, I'm gonna go back here. I'm not gonna go all the way back, although I could. No, not I could go back this far. Yeah, I'll start here where she talks about the cease and desist she got. I'm not gonna go over her stupid Mother's Day post because I mean the whole point of Mother's Day isn't that you reward yourself, that you pat yourself on the back or whatever. I mean, you can, yes. Like if you have like a newborn or something at home, yes, then you do kind of have to celebrate yourself, I guess. But when you have an older child like she does, it's no longer about you celebrating yourself. It's I don't know, like I may be kind of a bad person to ask about this because Mother's Day I never made a big deal out of it or anything. So it hasn't really been a big thing here in my family. It's been more of a big thing for the other adults in my family. But now that all of my kids are old enough to be working and stuff like that, and 2 of them are in college, this has been the first year that all 3 of my kids, all 3 of them, they went out themselves and bought their own card and gifts for me. It's the first year that all 3 of them did that. It's like the best Mother's Day of my life. But I mean, that's the whole point, though. If you do it for yourself and you don't give the kids a chance to do it or whatever, you don't let it happen, then you're robbing yourself and you're robbing them of something kind of really cool. And that's what she's doing with that stupid post. It's annoying. I don't know. It's kind of like the whole Halloween thing. When I think it was the year of the pandemic, 2020, she like where I live, a lot of the homes here locally, they did all these elaborate ways in which kids could still come to the house to go trick or treating without getting close to anyone. Like they had like remember the game Mousetrap? They had like Mousetrap type of ways for kids to ring the doorbell and get candy and shit. Like, it was really cool how the community came together and did all this stuff. Katie didn't even bother to like make a fake fun or make a haunted house or something for her kid in the house or get him a costume. Like just rob the both of them of this awesome experience. Like, why would you do that to yourself? Anyways, I get all these memories for when I'm older, I get to remember. It's sad if you don't, right? Okay. I have one little drink before I started. How's the Grandchild Project going? I don't know. Hey, Gregory, someone in chat just asked me, how is the Grandchild Project going? He says it's not. Yeah, it's the dog. The dog will do for now, but it's not the same. Okay, so I'm going to start with her cease and desist post from International Alert Academy. The IBLP is mad about public photos they post on the internet. Please immediately stop using our photos on your account and remove any photos of our students from your account, as some of our students are minors. You do not have written permission from any of our students to be using their photos to further your business, and it is a reckless invasion of their privacy for you to use them in this manner. To which Katie says along with this screenshot in her post, "Oh, look, the IBLP is big mad that I posted photos of Jackson Duggar. Jackson is a minor, but the photos were shared on their Facebook or the public Facebook, Instagram, and Flickr accounts. None of the photos are marked private and anyone can access. No mention about their camp's questionable practices or application which asks cadets to report if they have been SA'd, if they struggle with homosexual feelings, if they have been physically aid, if they've had premarital sex, if they look at adult content, if their parents are divorced." I think maybe more schools should ask some of these questions, or possibly even, well, maybe not the struggle. I don't know. Maybe phrase it differently. But yeah, I think all schools should ask this shit. Well, except for the adult content. Come on. Like, what kid doesn't really? But yeah, if there are schools who don't present an opportunity for students to confidently and, quietly talk to the teachers or the authorities there about these things, I would even call that kind of irresponsible, but I digress. Then require cadets to have their mail filtered through them, and absolutely no women can contact them while they are at the camp. Absolutely no one. So what, their mom can't contact them? I mean, it's a woman. It's this language that just pisses me off. Like, you're trying to make a point, but you're making a different point with the words you use because I don't know. All right, let me check. No, wait. Also, Jackson will be 18 on May 23rd. Alert literally live streamed the first day on Facebook. What? What the hell does that have to do with anything? What, the first day Facebook existed, they live streamed? I don't get it. Or Alert Academy's first day on Facebook, they live. I don't get what? Okay, whatever. Can you imagine putting all those images out and then blaming the reporter for reporting on the event only in the IBLP? Dear Alert, it's an invasion of privacy for a minor to disclose to you if they've been SA'd in order to be admitted to your program. It's an invasion of privacy to ask about someone's sexuality. Your group is using their images to further your business. I'm reporting that after everything that has happened with Josh, the Duggars are still using programs that many claim do not work. What does that have to do with Josh? Like, I don't. All right, let me check that. Did KJ get a copyright release for the photos? Of course not. Jessica Carter might want to download any of incredibly average videos if this channel goes down. If his channel goes, why would his channel? What? Why would his channel go down? And like, if you're talking like in regards to like the Depp and Heard audio recorders, like there's so many channels who have this shit uploaded now. I mean, his was like one of the first ones I found. And I do kind of really like the fact that I can say that, I found this on a channel that uploaded it 2 years ago. I like being able to say that. So that's why I went with his. Also, he didn't give like too much commentary. But why would his? I mean, are you saying just be like because he has shared so much of these audio recordings? Teen Turd is trying to take down channels critical of her, like incredibly average, and that umbrella got. Oh, okay then. Duggar. She would do anything to go against anything religion. She is the devil in her. Oh, I thought that said horse. Their horns are finally coming in. Amber's team is trying to take his channel down. Check out the Umbrella Guy's channel. He has an insider on JD versus Amber. Oh, okay. All right, cool. I'll check that out. Thank you, Jessica. Turd stands are mass hacking their channels. Yeah, they swatted Tug tonight. Tug. Wait, what? Patty? Or Patty, I'm sorry. How many lawsuits are currently pending against Katie? Well, we have Chrisley. I don't think anyone else yet has filed, that's related to his. I know that there was talk about like a couple of his kids filing and everything, and there's some other people that he knew about. That, to my knowledge, no one else has filed as of yet. Tug. Oh, that umbrella guy. Okay. Oh, okay. I get it. Very nice. Okay. The turd herd swatted him. What? Wait. What do you mean? Okay. I get his doxes all over their super secret stand. Okay, so he was doxed, but was he really swatted? And I asked this, there's two facets to the swatting, and regardless, if the intent was for the police to show up with guns drawn, then it's a SWAT. If the intent is there, it's a fucking SWAT, and it should be legally treated as being swatted. However, I think some agencies have kind of caught on to this, and they are more reluctant to show up in a home with guns drawn and, ready to go charging in. So I'm curious whether or not they're at fault. It stays the same. That doesn't change. But I'm curious, were the cops erring on the side of caution, or were they fucking swatted? Yes, just posted on Twitter that they showed up at the end of his life. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Oh, God, that's horrible. Fucking crazy. You sound. You sound. Whenever you do that, you sound like a frog, like in the background, like Gribbet. He makes fun of this whole Duggar shit. So in the background, he'll be just sitting there, Duggar. Hey, little mousy girl. Hey, you shoo shoo. Hey, Janet Tucker. Yeah, sure. Well, why wouldn't I still be talking crap on Katie Joy, Janet? She has like 3 lawsuits against her at the moment. But if you want to check out my channel, especially my more recent videos, you'll see that there is a lot of other content. And I think you are asking the wrong question. The question is not, holy shit, and you still talking crap on Katie Joy. The question should be, holy shit, Katie Joy is still giving people a reason to talk crap on her. But tomato. All right, I'm going back over to Instagram. So check out these comments. They're hilarious. No clue. Okay. What in the heck is a Flickr, first of all? You don't know what Flickr is? Public photo sharing website. It's old. It was popular around 2005. Yeah, I was going to say Flickr came out. They came out before like Imager, right? No, wait. I don't know, maybe. I don't fucking know. They're mad at you for using their public photos, but put a post up 2 days ago looking for new recruits. What's wrong with that? I don't get how. What? Are they worried about not getting any new recruits now? What? If they're an academy, especially a for-profit academy in any way, shape, or form, and they have social media pages, they're going to be looking for new business, like all time and every day. Otherwise, your business will kind of fold. Exploiting minors. What? What? But put a post up 2 days ago looking for new recruits. Are they worried about not getting any new recruits now? And then she says, who is exploiting minors? Exactly. Okay. Well, all right. I think I get it. All right. It just doesn't make sense. Is it not their intellectual property? I'm not sure how it works anymore. Anything posted on Facebook loses rights and public photos are deemed of the public. Thank you. Yo, oh my God, she's shit like this. I kind of wonder if she's trolling us. It would be like me claiming that when people repost me, it's the internet and it's impossible to really keep up with any of that. Oh, bitch, but you tried though for years, didn't you? The alert academy has a right to be mad. His parents may have asked permission to use his image in photos. I know in the wildlife refuge I used to work at, kind of like a small zoo, we had to have a parent's permission to post pictures of the children on our Facebook page. Yeah. Same thing with like schools, like any public school. I remember having to sign like the media release, it's sent home in like the first day of school paperwork. And they gave you an option to just, sign, go ahead. Yeah, you can use my kid's image for any kind of advertising, whatever, advertisements for the school and shit like that. Or you can opt out of it. Parents permission to post pictures on Facebook page just because they may have the right to post, others don't have the right to copy and post. They kind of do, though, I think. No, they don't. Posting to Facebook publicly means anyone can use the photos. According to Facebook's statement of rights and responsibilities, any image posted with the public setting carries the implicit acknowledgement that said photo is available for access and use by anyone, including entities not on Facebook. And do you think his parents would object after profiting off a TV show exploiting their kids? Yeah, true. Got a point there. Correct. The photos are on Facebook, whose policy is that public photos are public, period. Mm. I think there might be some exceptions, but I don't think this is one of them. I didn't see this one. Hey, so I'm a fan of your page, but you might want to double check about the legality. I'm a teacher and there are laws about sharing photos of minors. Wonder if someone took a public photo or public picture of her kid and reposted it, if the tables would turn. Yeah, they would. You can't compare the two. Her child is not in the spotlight or on TV. She put him there. Katie put him there. Every time she shared his video on her social media pages and his photo and talked about the details of his health condition, she put him there. Just because as of recently she stopped putting him there doesn't mean she didn't already put him there. I mean, don't get me wrong, I agree. Just don't go talking about a kid. It's not worth it. Just think of the kid, you know? But she fucking put him there. Intellectual property is intellectual property. Yeah, once a parent signs immediate consent, what happens after that is no longer the person who posted issue. You're accepting the child's picture could be on the internet. Yes. Yeah. I agree with that, I think. Of course that those kids lie on that. I bet half those kids lie on that application and say no to most of those private questions. No shit. Katie's the only one who acts like they could be kicked out of school if they were caught lying or something. Like, no one's even going to try to find out if they lied. If they did, then it's kind of gross. No, hey, Mrs. Carrie, damn, I forgot how this works with typing in names. Yeah. Yeah, they could watermark the photos. The thing with that though is that like the whole point of doing that, I think, is to like to kind of publicize yourself or your company, your agency, whatever, or to ensure some sort of recognition. But beyond that, I mean, you can watermark them to make to the point where just to prevent other people from using your images and profiting off of them. But I don't know. I like my images. I don't think anyone could ever profit off of, so I wouldn't even think of that. But yeah, I guess you can do that. I guess that is why people do it. Whoa, what happened in the chat though? Why did they just go crazy? Oh, yeah, don't be like me. Don't stay in top chat this whole time. Be sure to be in live chat. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go over to the other posts. Real questions from the mandatory application for the Alert Academy. This is a publicly available document on their website. Why do adults need an explanation from a child about their SA? Wow, okay. What? How is you'll notice it's listed in a category of negatives? Like, I don't know what that means. Like, what makes you think all of these things are negative? Like, have you ever been involved in a sexual relationship? Why would that be negative? I mean, it could be negative, but why do you automatically assume that that's going to be negative? Have you ever been involved in a homosexual relationship? Why would you automatically assume that that's negative? Or that these people, well, okay, the homosexual one, these people would probably find negative. But have you ever fathered children? Have you ever been physically beaten or SA? The way they question, the way they word that is kind of weird. That is very weird. I don't think it quite means what they're suggesting, but it's still weird. Have you ever been involved in criminal activity? How many people say yes to that? Like, for real? I want to know. Have you ever been convicted of criminal activity? Well, that one you should say yes to, because if that's public record probably. Do you have any tattoos on your body? That's a little personal. That is really personal. 5, have you ever been evaluated or treated for psychiatric mental disorders? Like, that would be likely in their medical records, and which would be then made available to you should they be deemed relevant by the medical professionals. Why are you asking the kid this question? Like, that's suspect as hell. Like, you're bypassing the parents now to try to get the info by going to the weakest link here in the whole equation, the minor child. That's fucked up. I don't like that at all. Speculation, defamation. Didn't she once say something about going after young guys when she was an older lady? She seems to like minors. Yeah, minors. Yeah, she said she couldn't wait to be an old lady so she could sexually harass young boys or something. And I forget exactly what she worded the harassees to be, but it was along that line. Katie should check out the questionnaire for obtaining a green card. It would blow her mind. Holy shit. That could be a whole stream, I bet. All right, so any interesting comments? As a school, aren't they a mandatory reporter? They aren't a school. What the fuck are they? With the Alert Academy, there has to be some sort of educational, instructional people there to some degree. And and just simply being a teacher doesn't make them a mandatory reporter. You don't have to be a teacher or professional to be mandated to report anything. It depends on your I think your proximity, your professional relationship with kids. Being a mandatory reporter doesn't make them a mandatory asker. If they are considered mandatory reporters, even worse, asking for this info without stating they have to report it. Yeah, maybe. But I don't see these knuckleheads reporting anything. You might be right there. It's a place for them to send people to like scare them straight. But Jesus Christ, I really hope that they have some sort of educational professionals there then. Otherwise, they're just going to cause all kinds of damage. You're having a hard time finding that document on the alert website? Interesting. All right. Yeah. I don't think she intended minors either when she said that, Berlin. Like, I don't think she was thinking, I can't wait to, sexually harass like the 14, 15-year-old boys running around. I think she meant like this 17, 18, 19, 20, 21-year-old boy, guys, whatever. Huh, interesting. In my opinion, the Duggar mini 4 children are off limits. The TV show has been canceled. Oh yeah, I fully agree with that. I mean, yeah, they're sure they've been in the public eye and everything, but I mean, can a minor really be a public figure? I mean, maybe if they're like a sole performer like Britney Spears was as a minor, maybe then, but like there's a ton of kids here in this family and they're not in the public eye for a choice that they made. They're in the public eye for a choice that their parents made. So I would even argue that maybe, I don't know what I would argue there, but given that the show was canceled, yeah, I think you're right, Joanne. Or at least if you're not, you should be right. It should be the right thing anyways. All right. Will you shut up? Oh, someone else is asking her for her opinion on the Depp and Heard thing. See, she won't cover that. She won't because she knows she really can't. Because I think she realizes, in my opinion, it's just my opinion, but I do think that she realizes that she cannot suddenly, or rather, she knows she can't successfully cover this from taking Amber Heard's side because she'll just be going up way too big and steep of a mountain to try to successfully do that. But I also think that she knows that she can't really cover this coming from Johnny Depp's side because anything she calls into question on Amber Heard or reveals or discusses, she will be revealing herself, in fact. And I think she knows that. That's just my opinion. Okay, so I'm gonna move on. I don't care about the numerous dogs. I don't care about this weird looking dude either, although it does kind of look like Todd. I don't even know who that is. That's Jed's kid? Didn't he just get married like a year ago? Like, wasn't she doing that whole dance thing or whatever about front hugging and shit over his marriage? Yeah, and Katie, his wife, isn't her brother the hairstylist that Katie Joy interviewed? That's crazy. They have a kid already. And of course, here's Katie Joy diagnosing him with whatever fucking medical ailment she imagines herself to be picking up on. Fucking Jesus. Yeah. Yeah. Sarah E. Murphy. Yeah, it is a common thing here in the States to film birth, and I'm in agreement with you. It is actually very common. It's been common for like ever since VHS tapes or recorders or whatever have been, or camcorders have been around. Like the 80s was like if you had a camcorder in the 80s and you were giving birth, you were probably recording it. It's fucking weird. She says, I was bothered that they showed his bare butt. I know it's a baby, but like, come on. Don't get me wrong. If I had a baby, newborn or whatever, yeah, I wouldn't be showing their bare ass on social media. Of course not. I get it. It is. I don't know. I can't imagine any parent would feel confident or comfortable doing that just if they knew things. But the fact is, she picks right up. I don't know. There's something off there, in my opinion. I don't know what it is, but there's something I can't put my finger on. But there's something. Franny, yeah, you have a good point. I have a feeling that the IPLP will be the next big lawsuit that she gets. It could be. You could be right about that, or the Duggars, or yeah, like Jim Bob maybe, or I don't even know. Like I don't see Jill and Derek doing it, or Ginger and oh, I can't even believe I'm talking Duggar shit. Oh my god. What the fuck? Never mind. I'm moving on. Yep, I agree, little mousy girl. Bathtub pics shouldn't be shared either. Um, Linda Paul, can you send a link? Um, can you like maybe DM me a link on Twitter or email for that document? Because I'm kind of curious too, and I can share it in chat if you like, so I can help get it to Mousy Girl and anyone else who may want it if you want to do that. Um, so here's my Twitter just in case, and here's my email. Why doesn't she cover the base? I don't know. That's a good question, Emma. I don't know. She's been asked that too several times before. She's started to kind of cover them here and there or whatever, like just very, very light surface coverage, but she just then backed away. I don't know why. So yeah, I'll check my emails and stuff in a moment if you were able to send that or not. All right, let's go back on over here. I don't really care about this. All right, so this one's interesting. This is in regard to the court documents that have since become unsealed, and to which Katie says about them. The tagline is Jill Dillard's views on her father from unsealed court records in civil case. Why is the H in her capitalized there? I don't get it. Following Josh Duggar's conviction and the dismissal of civil lawsuit of the sisters against the city, the judge unsealed provisionally sealed documents in the sisters' case. Last night, I spent hours reading filings, depositions by the sisters and their spouses. The shocking details astounded me. I now understand fully why the case was dismissed. Jill is the only sister who ever sought counseling of any kind following the release of the transcripts. None of the others have ever received any therapy for the record release or for what Josh did to them. Despite Ginger and Jeremy losing endorsements due to their belief. Yeah, well, how did that happen? Despite Ginger and Jeremy losing endorsements due to their beliefs about the LGBTQ+, Ginger denied this to be the case. Instead, she blamed the release of the transcripts. In my opinion, Jill, Derek, and Joy were by far the most honest in their depositions about the entire situation. Why? Because they said things that most fit your narrative, which could very well be the case. They could be very well the most honest people regarding this, but let's face it, your whole opinion here is your fucking bias. Jill went into depth about her strained relationship with her dad. She said she began asking him questions about the show and payment. Then he became verbally abusive. Then he did. Like, he wasn't verbally abusive before then. I mean, this is Jim Bob Duggar we're talking about, right? I mean, and what appeared to be retaliation to those questions, he reached out and forbid her from coming to the big house. His reasons were Jill's nose ring, her wearing pants, and drinking alcohol. Imagine a father believing a nose ring is worse than a sexual predator. Excuse me. The girls do not trust Josh at all. Jeremy refused to call Josh a sexual predator, and he testified that he didn't know if releasing details about one was a public concern. In fact, Jeremy testified that if a neighbor was one, he may not even want to know. He said, yeah, it depends on the variables. Jeremy was by far the most aloof and arrogant during his testimony, in my opinion. Well, you would know aloof and arrogant, I guess. This is an excerpt of what Jill told an expert in the case about her relationship with her dad. I'm still reading more, and I'll keep you posted. Oh, thank you, Belinda Paul. Okay. Yep, there it is. I got it. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So I am going to... Let me pull this up first. It comes up as a PDF form for like Little Mousy Girl or anyone else wants or curious about it or whatever. And it is on the alertacademy.com website. It appears. I'm going to go ahead and share the link in chat for anyone who wants to see it. And of course, I spelled it wrong. Oh, I didn't realize that there were two N's in questionnaire. All right, there you go. Thank you, Belinda. Thank you very much for sharing that. All right, so I'm going to go back to this. All right, I'm going to skip over this one too. Or the questions anyways. She just read these in her post. Why is she making another post about this? Oh, there's more pictures. That's fine. Maybe. Jeremy Buolo's responses to questions about Josh. This was before his trial, but after his arrest. That would be Josh. He wasn't sure if Josh was a predator. He wasn't sure if the public had a right to know about predators in their communities. Okay, whatever. During an evaluation with an expert to help determine treatment and damages in the case, Joy revealed that Jim Bob gave her insufficient time and attention as a child. She also stated that he criticized her. Joy said punishment was having things taken away from her. Jessa actually told the same person her parents used a switch. No, this isn't HIPAA. Yeah, exactly. So whoever the super person is, I'm not surprised with the claim of insufficient time. Who can get any time with that many kids? Word. 19 kids, dude. 19 fucking kids. Okay. So, and then we're here. Jeremy and Ginger's book was written by a ghostwriter. Who the fuck cares? What books aren't written by a ghostwriter most nowadays? I mean, why is this a thing? I don't get it. I just don't get it. All right. That is kind of curious about Little Mousy Girl. She says, okay, I just find it weird that you can't search or find it from alerts page. I'm going to ask some questions about that because I'm nosy and I get bored. So that bitch has to be buried. Could very well be. What am I doing? Okay. Oh my God, this fucking shit right here. In a 2021 deposition, Ginger whatever admitted that she did not write her book, The Hope We Hold. She testified that she and Jeremy hired a ghostwriter named Bethany whatever who wrote the book for them. A ghostwriter is a professional writer that is hired to write a book for someone else. The writer then authors the book on behalf of the client, and they receive no credit for their work on the. Yeah, they do. They receive credit. It's just not like, I don't know. It's not a creative credit, I guess. Basically, like if you have an exciting life with lots of stories that the public would love to read about, but you don't really care to write and you might even suck at writing, you hire a ghostwriter. That's what you do. The ghostwriter asks you questions, you tell them stories, you tell them pretty much tell them what you want the book to be about and what you want it to convey, and then the ghostwriter puts it into words that makes it fun and attractive to readers. That's basically what a ghostwriter is. I mean, do people honestly think that all of these people who have like autobiographies written or whatever, do people really think that they're excellent writers like that? Like none of the Donald Trump? No. Unless they're a writer by trade, they're probably not going to really care to write, or they're going to suck at it. I mean, even especially if they study like Spanish studies or something in school, they might suck at writing. At least in English. Wait, okay, there we go. Now the chat's catching up. Holy shit. Yeah, exactly. Trump didn't write that book. Let me refresh this for a second. Looks weird. Okay, moving on. While ghostwriting is not uncommon, some people find the use of ghostwriters to be unethical and a form of plagiarism. Ghostwriting is not illegal. No shit. It's a fucking profession. Many celebrities use ghostwriters for their books. As a writer, she did not call herself a writer. Oh my god. Like, I would call her a reporter long before I called her a writer. Like, seriously. As a writer myself, I could never imagine using a ghostwriter to author anything I put my name on. Well, you kind of give like final approval on the work of art. You know what I mean? You don't just hire a ghostwriter and just, well, I can't wait to read it when it hits stores. No. Most journalists are required to disclose all contributors to anything they publish. Okay, is she a journalist or a writer? Or a celebrity? However, celebrities who write books and use ghostwriters are not required to disclose that they did not write the book. Does anyone really buy an autobiography from a celebrity, from a movie, an actor, an actress, whatever, because you think that they're going to be a fantastic writer and you can't wait to read their writing? Or is it because you want to hear about their life? So, like, yeah, while journalists are required to disclose all contributors to anything they publish, however, celebrities who write books and use ghostwriters are not required to disclose that they did not write the book. It's not the writing that people are buying the book for, it's the story in which it tells. Although if the writing is that bad, it may turn the person off from reading the book. I'll give that much. Having read Hope We Hold, what? Hope We Hold, it is clear the writer spent a lot of time with the couple. This is what ghostwriters do. However, this information now does change my opinion on the book. I find this to be disingenuous and almost a money grab. Oh my God. Well, I would argue that writing a fucking book, if they're 2 years of marriage, would be a money grab. Not the use of a ghostwriter. Yeah, okay. I mean, Ginger was homeschooled and Jeremy was a soccer player. Neither one of them may be great writers. Lots of people use ghostwriters to chug out more material, James Patterson, for example, or to convey it better than the author. But I am not the biggest fan of using a ghostwriter in this case. It should have been more of a biography that would have been more genuine, in my opinion. Yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah, I have a friend who is a ghostwriter. A ghostwriter takes the thoughts, ideas, and stories of the intended author and puts them into words. That person is not the author, they are the ghostwriter. The author is a person whose ideas, thoughts, words, and stories are being shared. Big difference. Word. LOL. Oh my God. She's laughing at that. Did she fancies herself a writer? I think of it like a babysitter or nanny. You give your nanny instructions on how to care for your child, feed your child, their schedule, house rules, TV shows they can watch, etc. The nanny follows those guidelines, but they are not the parent. They are just taking over for the parent when the parent is unable. I would even go further than that and say that the person, the caretaker for the child or the nanny, has like a list of pre-programmed responses to the child should the child ask or need or want something, so that when the nanny then addresses the child or answers the child or responds to the child, it is not the nanny's response or whatever, or the nanny's words, it is the parent's words. Like that would be a ghostwriter. Maybe you should have included the definition of author. Yes, a ghostwriter is paid more money if their name is not included on the book. If it is included, i.e., so they get paid less since they get credit for it and thus recognition. Oh, that could be. All right, I can see that. I'm a ghostwriter. Sometimes it is like that, and the author or subject is more like an actual author, but that isn't always the case at all. Sometimes they dump a pile of stories in your inbox and you fill in the rest. I have put wholly fictional stories in published nonfiction ghostwriting memoir work. How do you know that they're fictional stories, though? Because you just don't believe the author? I don't. Who says that these stories are made up? Oh my, okay. Oh, did she respond to that? Nope, yeah, she didn't respond to that. Okay, enough of that post. Let me go to chat quick. I thought autobiography was when you wrote the book and biography was when someone else wrote the book. I don't know. Stephen King wrote under a pen name once upon a time. There's a lot that goes on in the writing world. Yeah, I would think so. I don't know. Fictional story equals Katie comment. Okay, so this one we left off at. Jim Bob and Michelle avoided service in civil lawsuit. Oh, okay, I'm kidding. During this, Jessa helped him avoid service. During the civil lawsuit, the Duggar sisters filed against the police, city, and county. The defendants attempted to serve Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar subpoenas. The defense wanted the couple to sit for depositions to discuss the release of the police report of Josh Duggar's molestation of 5 girls. Jim Bob and Michelle refused service. The Duggars also had Jessa decline service on behalf of her parents. Jessa told the server to leave the property. The Duggars then went on a cross-country trip at the end of September 21 to avoid service in a civil lawsuit. Really? You know that's why they went on the trip? And that's why you don't really see Jessa and her sisters together anymore. Oh my gosh, she's so rude. She's so fucking rude. She writes, LOL, not true. Like, it's so not true. Like, bitch, please. That's one of your followers. Like, what the? Okay. I don't ever want to see any of the Duggars put up a post about being grateful for law enforcement or being thankful for their ability to protect and serve ever again. Skipping out on a subpoena that was in regards to the release of the documents about what happened to their daughters that they decided to sue over is so unbelievably hypocritical, and ridiculous. And getting Jessa, one of the plaintiffs, to tell the server to leave, unbelievable. It gets worse. Jill and Jessa's interview answers were completely written by their PR, and the interview was set up to save the show. Yeah, I can see that. Okay. So now we have, finally, there's undeniable proof that Jessa and Jill's answers to Megyn Kelly were not their own. Once news hit around the police report being released, Jim Bob reached out to his public relations manager, Chad Gallagher. Jim Bob wanted to develop a strategy to not lose the show with TLC. The strategy they decided was for the girls to speak with Megyn Kelly and defend their brother. Jessa's comments about her brother being too curious and in puberty were drafted by Gallagher and emailed to them before the interview. In fact, everything they said was from a script. They obviously didn't say this verbatim, but they stayed on target. Gallagher's goal was to make it seem like it wasn't a big deal. He wanted the girls to say they had forgiven their brother and trusted him. Depositions by all the girls revealed that none of them trusted Josh. In fact, Joy stated that she would never allow her children to be alone with Josh, ever. During Jill's deposition, she couldn't remember or didn't know anything about these emails, despite her responding to the emails directly. The attorney asked her if she was coached to say she didn't know to every question. She said no. So is she saying that Jill's lying? Gallagher is more of a political consultant. He claims PR experience, but is not accredited by PRSA. He does not use best practices that include tried and true theories. As a PR professional, I despise guys like him that think PR is the same as marketing or sales. I can see that. Oops. Doesn't matter. He worked as their PR. When your selling point, though, is that they hired a PR group, then it does matter. It's like one of the main things that matter, right? Way to go, Chad Gallagher. Great PR person, having your clients lie and defend their abuser on national TV. Shame on you. Jessa was literally arguing during her deposition. But they didn't give their deposition, though, on national TV, so what the hell is it? Okay. Not surprised. She can be feisty when provoked, a lot like JB. She was disrespectful to the lawyer. No. Can't have that. No. Because Katie's never disrespectful to any lawyers, right? Okay. Let me check chat. Good night, always grateful. I know it's literally getting a little late here. I'm going to stay on for a little bit longer, though. Okay. This was funny. Tough topic, stop. She writes, I am the first to report the court records being unsealed. Tough Topic on YouTube is acting like she broke the story. Miss Thang, I have you blocked for a reason. Do your own damn research, or at least credit me as the source since you steal my stories. How do you know you were the very first to report? I posted this before her. It doesn't. She could have gotten it from the same place you got it from. That doesn't. What? Come on now. And why does this even matter? Exactly why? Why does it matter? Tough Topic's a dumb name too. Just what does it even matter as long as the truth is out? If the truth is your actual purpose, why do you even care? Word. You literally sound so juvenile. Someone said, "Oh my God, you literally sound so fucking naive." Please be respectful of those involved in those records. Don't turn it into a top dog story or who gets it first or who steals. You report it first. Let it speak for itself. I'm always respectful. Stop it. I'm tired of her using my Instagram to steal my work. Second. Okay. Stop it. I'm tired of her using my Instagram to steal my work. Not worthy of that anger. Anyone with a brain watches you anyway. Okay. I can see how KJ would get frustrated. She is regularly accused of stealing. Okay. Would I literally credit people? Frustration doesn't have to be public. I meant credibility, and that it looks childish. And it is childish. Stop it. What are you, my mom? Or just a control freak? Go ahead, block me. I know you will. You are so childish and self-entitled. I get the feeling you are a very unhappy person. So, knowing your deep hate for religion, I'll leave this with a God bless you and give you peace. Find joy in reporting, not controlling. I honestly think you'd feel the same way if you did the level of work that goes into legal research. Legal research. Okay. If it's about professionalism, she ought to be professional and not air it in the same forum she uses to report. It looks petty and childish. By the way, nice touch, not letting anyone reply to you. I didn't even see that. And they're going to just fight with this person. Wow. Hmm. Okay then. She literally posts everything right after you do. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, look, and there's her friend from high school. I've always thought she just steals your stories. She has nothing to add. It's all exactly as you report it. Sad people can't be original. Yeah, that's Katie's friend from high school, apparently. All right, I'm checking chat. Yeah, I doubt this so bad. Good statement by Katie. Word. Hey, Sally Godfrey. Isn't KJ research an oxymoron? Mm-hmm. Well, what about her team? Doesn't her Katie doesn't even have to research, right? I mean, she's got a team now. She's got a whole team. She has friends. Apparently she did in high school. I don't know. Whatever. All I know is she said in a post once that this was her friend from high school. And she also, when Katie had her Me Too moment and everything, the same name account on Facebook was commenting on her threads about it. And the person still lives locally to somewhere in Minnesota, I guess. All right. Expert paid by Jim Bob. Each Duggar sister was asked if they ever had homosexual experiences before. What? Each of the Duggar sisters went through an expert evaluation with a licensed therapist. The doctor had never treated the women, and he was based in California. Under developmental history, every single one of their paragraphs ends with, "She did not have a homosexual experience before age 18 or afterward." The questions were asked by a therapist and not during a deposition. The Duggars were also accused by the defense of asking inappropriate questions about former police chief Kathy O'Kelly's sexuality. Kathy is a lesbian. It is reasonable for defendants to anticipate the improper testimony and to request an order prohibiting such based upon the conduct and questions of plaintiffs in discovery. Plaintiff took the deposition of Kelly and asked her if she was a lesbian, whether she was bisexual, and asserted that she was a part of the LGBTQ plus community. Kelly was further asked if she had ever been married and to whom. No other defendant or witness in this litigation was asked questions about their marital status, their sexual orientation, or their sexuality, nor are any of these questions remotely related to any claim or defense in this case. Defendants anticipate that plaintiffs may attempt to justify irrelevant testimony or questions about Kelly's sexual orientation or history based upon the presumed position against homosexuality espoused by the family of the plaintiffs. Defendants must assume that plaintiffs may attempt to use their position against homosexuality to infer a nefarious motive to harm the plaintiffs onto anyone who has a sexual orientation other than heterosexual. This should not be permitted. First, beyond the fact that this motivation is plainly born of unfair prejudice, the tactic is plainly calculated to incite cultural dog whistle issues and inflame passions to distract the jury. It exhibits true probative value whatsoever. Any testimony, reference, or question related to the sexual orientation of Kelly or any other party or witness should be expressly prohibited. Interesting. All right, so yeah, there's Katie Joy. Doesn't know what's going on over on her Facebook, though. How many Facebook tabs do I have open? Jesus. Oh, that's right. I never checked that. Yeah, I just read all these. Okay, I'll look into them later. All right, Tina, if you're listening, I read your messages. I'll look into them later. Okay. Facebook. Okay. I don't know why this takes so long to load. It's just her page, too, that takes so long to load now. What's in chat? Okay. I don't get everyone's fascination with the Duggars. I don't know. Like I get like the whole reality TV interest and everything. I mean, I've had my own shows that I got into. I don't know. I don't get the Duggars. Like, aren't they boring as fuck? Like, really? Like, I mean, like the Kardashians or something, they're not boring. Jerseylicious, I love that show. Nothing was boring about that show. But the Duggars are just boring. I don't get it. I mean, I get the whole Josh Duggar interest. Yeah, I get that because, I mean, he's a fucking horrible person. But, I mean, I don't know. Oh, here you go. What am I doing? Oh, that's awesome. Please stop speaking in the third person. It is just bizarre. Just say that they told you to stop it. Bizarre? Does she not know what a bizarre is or what it means? Writing about oneself in the third person is very common. It allows the author to remain neutral about the experience and give a more rounded experience. It has nothing to do with mental health. You will know. Oh, Jesus Christ. It really, if you think for 1 second that anything Katie does is more rounded or to remain neutral, like the whole point of her having this page is so she doesn't have to remain neutral, so she can just fucking go after people. What? Oh, I didn't even see that. I didn't even pick up on that. Yeah, they did spell that wrong. It's bizarre and bizarre. Huh. I'm curious about something. All right. And what is the definition of BAZAAR? A market, as in the Middle East, consisting of rows of shops or stalls selling miscellaneous goods. A place for the sale of goods. A fair for the sale of articles, especially for charitable purposes. Yeah, because there's a church around here that they call their annual celebration the bazaar. And there's only one church, too, in the whole area that calls it that, too. Interesting. I don't know why I wanted to know that, but I did. Yeah, I'm getting. I'll be honest, Jujubee, I'm getting a little bored with Katie too. Like, oh, I'm sorry, totally clueless. I'm sorry, I'm yawning. But yeah, I'm just getting bored with her too. Like, if she's not putting out the drunken lives, like I don't see my interest remaining really like it has. Um, I don't know, like she really is. All of this is just really fucking boring now, especially when you look at the whole like Amber Heard and Johnny Depp trial going on. But I think that that's going to change though too once the Chrisley dates come up or the 7M dates come up, and so I think that's definitely going to change. Right now, she's just. I think Katie, she might have actually had a good speaking to by her attorney, and she may actually be listening. So I think that's why she's boring right now. So, oops, Rowan. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna close that out. Oh shit! For a second there, I thought you could see that screen. I was like, oh, do I want to be showing that? There's nothing there really, but it's a Facebook group. That's it. I have my chapstick in here, do I? Damn it. Wait, yes, I do. How'd I do? I know, I can't wait for Amber's cross-examination either. Yeah, I hear you, Jujubee. Like, I mean, I still get some like Katie related stuff in my recommendations, but it's mostly like other content creators. I think it's YouTube is more or less telling me about the other content creators rather than telling me about Katie. I think, in my opinion, anyways, that's what it is. And why is this working? Doing this now? Now it's frozen. Okay, now it's back. Oh Jesus, that's bad. How? It's gonna get bright for a second. I want to see something. Not the power. God damn it. Here we go. Okay. I know. Go down. There. That's better. I got me some popcorn, rum, and brand new Roku stick for my non-smart TV, so I can just sit here and be useless while laughing as it all falls apart. That sounds awesome. And all this Amber Heard mockery, no one is discussing the real victims we now know of. Think of that poor dog. It stepped on a bee, for God's sake. Show some empathy. That's awesome. That's awesome. Oh my God, really? She's up to over 300,000 subs, Barbara. Oh my, she was just at like 2 3/4, like a week ago or something. I mean, wow, that's crazy. Good for her though. No, obviously, it's awesome. All right, let me go here. What? Okay. Oh, you're going to bed, Claire? Yeah, I'm going to sign up too here in a minute and head to bed. I'm tired. You know, it's interesting too because like I think that like a lot if Katie is just deemed really kind of uninteresting by many of us, then if she's not interesting to those who've had an issue with her, then she's really not going to be interesting to anyone else. And I think you're going to see her numbers drop. I think because let's face it, the majority of her numbers came from her Duggar content. I think. Well, if the Duggars are a show, and once Josh is sentenced, what fucking coverage of the Duggars really is there without her stalking the shit out of the family? So, and she's going to have a hard time covering pretty much anything else on social media, especially YouTube related, because she does not get along well with others. Then, if she's got a good chunk of views, either directly from people who are part of the anti-Katie community or whatever, name so stupid, or if a good chunk of those views came from the viewers of those channels, then she could lose out on a lot of those channels or a lot of those views. And I don't see her channel being self-sustaining. I think her channel is one of those channels that has sustained primarily because there was a specific kind of content in which she just happened to cover, and the fact that people just don't really like her. So if she loses the two of them, then why is anyone going to really watch? Like, I mean, that's my opinion. Okay, guys. Well, yeah, I'm going to get going. I am going to go to bed early. I have to work tomorrow night, so I won't be streaming tomorrow night. Thursday, I think I agreed to stream with someone. I don't remember who. I have to check. But I'll be around Thursday. But I do plan on putting out those other two videos sometime tonight. Maybe. I think I'm going to go lay down in bed and make the thumbnails and then just hit publish. So check for those soon. But yeah, they're involved, or they're in regard to the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp hearing, basically. So, but I had fun making them. Like I'm having fun talking about something other than Katie. You know what I mean? I'm enjoying it. So I'm going to keep it up for a little while, anyways. But all right, good night, everyone. Thanks for being here. Bye.